Hopefully this is working. This is Professor Grove broadcasting from home. I'm just making a brief tutorial because a number of you have voiced concerns about accessing Blackboard material, and so I wanted to walk you through the basics of utilizing the platform and give you a sense of where you should be looking, at least for our class. Blackboard has a lot of stuff in it, and most of that stuff has nothing to do with us. So in this class, we'll primarily be using two sections, content and discussions. And yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through how to log in from the Bronx Community College homepage. So from here, you should be able to access BCC's sort of quick links platform, and you can just go to Blackboard from there. Pretty intuitive. Your login password here is distinct from your email password. It's a CUNY first password that you should have gotten when you first sort of enrolled in the school. If you're having trouble with that password, you're gonna have to talk to IT about it. I can't help you with that. But it is different from your email. It's basically your name with a series of numbers after it. I can look up your username for you, but I can't tell you what your password is, and I definitely can't help you change that password. Though, as you can see, there are some links down here that should help you do that pretty easily as well. So, after you log into Blackboard, if it works, which it won't always do, you may have to refresh the page to actually get this to register. You should have a list of courses on the left-hand side of your screen here. So, you probably won't have this many, but if you do, cool. Just scroll down until you find the relevant course. This tutorial is for students at Bronx Community College. So you'll probably be looking for either this course, English 111 D16, or this course, English 111 D18. They are pretty much identical, so I'm just going to click D16 to open it up and show you where you should be looking. So after you've opened up your course, you'll notice this home page has just a tremendous amount of visual noise in it, almost none of which is relevant to our class. There are to-do items, past-due items, alerts. I get a few that are useful, but for the most part, you can ignore this and just go straight to one of two sections, depending on what you're trying to do on a given day. The content section here, which contains assignment sheets. Assignment sheets are marked in a shade of green called light dull spring, and readings. Readings are marked in a shade of blue called dark hard azure. And then towards the way bottom in black is the exam. And there'll be another exam posted in a few weeks, but for now, in Class SA1 is the only exam. And you can also look through this and see that a number of readings have been posted recently, and there's also been a recent update to the syllabus in order to provide you with access to upcoming links to things like the satire readings, which are effectively YouTube videos. So this is where you'll sort of access reading material for the course, including basic readings from the start of the semester, like the Bad Ideas About Writing readings, and more recent material, such as the gentrification reading set, as well as the gun control reading set. Once you familiarized yourself with the relevant readings for a given class, you'll want to go to the discussion section. And in the discussion section, I've essentially created three different forums. Lectures, where class lectures live. They are essentially large text dumps that would represent what my lecture notes would look like on a given day. There's also the class discussion section. The class discussion section is where I'd like you to talk about the readings and the concepts that I go over in the lecture. And then the journal entries section, where I've created a sort of remote spot for you to drop journal entries that would normally be completed in class, that you can just sort of complete online here. During the transition, I don't expect you guys to do any of these things quickly. In fact, I'm giving you until the end of the month of March to catch up on work from the interim period where classes were, I guess, suspended. We were on instructional recess, which is kind of a nonsense term. So I'm not holding you to account for any of that work. But moving forward, I think following the last week of March, I'm hoping everyone will be pretty on board with the platform. And at that point, I'd like for you guys to try and complete work within about 72 hours of our normal class meeting time. So I don't plan on posting videos or making you sit and watch a class during the time our class would normally meet. That doesn't seem realistic or fair to you. I also want you to be able to access and review material from this kind of like platform and material like this, videos, because this is weird. This is weird for me. I'm in an empty room talking to a piece of plastic. You guys are watching this on computers. You can't ask questions even when it's confusing. Uh, so I want to try and give you as many buffers as possible to make sure that you can actually adapt to these new circumstances, and I can support you while you do that. So I will do another video tomorrow about what I want you to do in each of these sections, just so this isn't a 15-minute long video. But for now, I just wanted to show you how to access the relevant portions of this course and kind of fill you in on what's going on. If you have any questions after viewing this video, please send me an email. This, like I said, is definitely new territory for me, and I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys as much support as possible. Um, no one really expected the semester to go down this way, and it happened really fast. It's hard to believe that it was a little more than a week ago when I actually saw you guys last in class, but it was just last Tuesday. So, yeah, just keep in touch, and I'll do everything I can to support you guys. Yeah, we'll get through this semester together. All right. Have an awesome Wednesday, and hopefully you guys will feel fairly prepared to tackle coursework on Thursday.